according to your experience and expertise.
Honorable Chief Minister has now given me a bigger responsibility.
Telangana, especially Hyderabad, is turning into a holy grail for startups.
The reality today is that all these things are...
You have also been a contributor in the World Economic Forum.
I'm talking about the previous Chief Minister who has a very deep understanding of technology.
How do you see Telangana overcoming them in the near future?
For some reason, I felt that a corporate career will not really be of me.
Hello viewers, welcome to Bizz. Today we are at the Secretariat of Telangana to speak to Mr. Jayesh Ranjan IAS. Mr. Jayesh Ranjan IAS has been serving the Department of Telangana as the CEO of Speed Initiative and also as the CEO of the Industry and Investment Cell.
Sir, it's a pleasure having you with us today. So you have had a very diverse journey spanning many industries. So currently you are with tourism. So can you please give a glimpse about your journey and how it has shaped your leadership over years?
See, I joined the civil services in 1992 and from then till now, almost 32 years have gone by, 33 years have gone by. It has been a very, very fascinating journey. 32 years ago, I had faced some kind of a career choice dilemma. I was studying in a business school, one of the best business schools in the country. But for some reason, I felt that a corporate career will not really be of my liking. So at that late stage, I remember 24, I had to take a call on what else can I do. And having come from, Lucknow, Delhi, where civil services is a important kind of a ambition for many young people, I also then got thinking that this can be an option which can work well for me. But I was not very sure on what will happen. First of all, I was not even sure whether I'll get selected or not, because civil services exam, the IAS exam, is a very tough exam. It's a competitive exam. And I was studying in a business school, that too in Calcutta. So Calcutta is not a place where there is too much of a interest in civil services. There are hardly anyone who is preparing or studying. The kind of coaching institutions and the network which you have in Delhi or even in Hyderabad now, that is completely absent in Calcutta. So I was not very sure whether I'll be having the resources to prepare, whether I'll qualify, and if at all I'll qualify, what kind of career I'll have. But 32 years down the line, I feel very, very happy. I feel happy that I took the right decision to opt for civil services. I'm very grateful that even though it's a competitive exam, I got through very, very easily without the usual kind of struggle that we hear about other people. And then thereafter, the career progression has been perfect. I mean, some of it is a matter of good luck. In 1992, I got allotted to, at that time, this was the combined state of Andhra Pradesh. I could have gone anywhere in the country, but I came here. And as we all know, southern states are better governed. The focus is on governance, administration. The focus is on results. I was fortunate to get into this state where successive governments realized that there is something in me which they can utilize. They looked at me as someone who can deliver results, make a contribution, and it has been very satisfying. Post Telangana, as everyone knows, I worked in the IT sector primarily and also the industry sector. So these two sectors have done very well. In fact, from nowhere, we are now amongst the top performing states in the country. And after the new government has come about 1 year, 8 months ago, they have continued me, and Honorable Chief Minister has now given me a bigger responsibility. I'm a part of his office now, looking after special projects, looking after something very important, which is called Telangana Rising. And of course, I continue to remain involved in tourism and sports.
Yes, sir.
Both these two subjects are I'm very passionate about these two. So if you're doing some work which also meets your passion, is aligned with what you are interested in, that makes the work also very enjoyable. So I'm in a very happy space now, contributing to important projects for the state, assisting the Chief Minister, but also getting time and opportunity to do certain good things in the areas of tourism and sports.
So that's very inspiring over years. Like you said, I mean, a very commendable career, sir. And coming to, I mean, yeah, major portfolio that you have handled, like you have rightly said, IT and commerce business that has developed, and Telangana is now one of the most business friendly state. So, what are the some of the important policies or reforms that you were a part of, sir?
Yeah, so I can name three important reforms which we tried out. So the first was about the industrial policy itself. So combined Andhra Pradesh, of course, was considered to be a good state for companies to invest, start their new businesses. But not much of that investment used to happen in the Telangana side. Of course, Hyderabad, as the capital of the common state, used to be a very important magnet. But after the bifurcation of the state, investor community was not also very confident whether the new governance, the new state, will they really meet their expectations. So under the chief minister at that time, under the industries minister at that time, IT minister at that time, we carried out some very important reforms, which is called TSI pass. So some of the reforms are so path breaking that when we used to tell to industry people that these are the new laws, new regulations, new reforms that we have brought in Telangana, they could not even believe that such a thing is possible. So that is one very big thing. The second thing is that we created lots of institutions. The government was very keen at that time that the world today is being driven by innovation, is being driven by entrepreneurship. So our state also should become a welcoming state to promote startups, innovators, entrepreneurs. So we again brought out a very good policy, and then we created institutions also. So T Hub, for example,
Yes.
is today a global brand. But I can mention this with, of course, due modesty, that every brick and mortar in T Hub, I have played some role in laying it. I have designed the SOPs. I have selected the top leadership. We have created programs, and we have got academic institutions and corporates participate in it. So that is something which has gone off very well. In the current government also, I'm involved in doing new things, interesting things. But of the 18 months which have gone by, about 20 months which have gone by, the most progressive and satisfying thing which I have done is to bring out a policy and an institution to develop skills. This is the Young India Skills University. There is no other university in the country which runs skilling programs like our Skills India, Young India Skills University. And again, the vision is of the Chief Minister. He gave us the broad outline on what he expects, what are the gaps that he has seen in the existing skilling programs. And we were able to convert it very, very quickly. And today it has also emerged. Of course, it is still new in the sense that in few months it will complete 1 year, but the initial results are far more than what was expected. So this is how my contribution has been over the last, particularly after the new state of Telangana has come.
Yes, sir. Like you said, because youth is the backbone of the country, and like you said, yeah, giving them a path to progress. And so one more thing in this context, we have seen that artificial intelligence, machine learning, all these are progressing very fast and taking over the workforce. So according to your experience and expertise, how do you see governments or experts like you handling the situation?
So AI, of course, is a very transformational technology. In the government, when the new government took over in 2014, the mandate given to us was that we should use technology. In fact, I can mention this very openly. For the last so many years, we win prizes regularly. This award, that award, the best IT state, this, that, all kinds of awards come. So I remember in the past, whenever such award would come our way, we would take it to the then chief minister to tell him that this award came, that award came, and all. And of course, he would feel happy. But he's not someone, I mean, I'm talking about the previous chief minister who has a very deep understanding of technology. So, I mean, he would appreciate the award. But whenever we would show him some award, his question would be, are these technologies helping the common person or not? I mean, that is the question. So we also got the message that award is not for the sake of demonstrating some technology. Award should be, or the purpose of developing some technology should be to solve some problems, some pain points of the common people. So that is how our thinking changed. And since then till now, so many applications, so many solutions have been developed in Telangana, which are addressing some very, very challenging problems, particularly those which are faced by the common person. So AI is also going to be used in the same way.
Yes.
It should help people in helping with their, let us say, their child's education, their elders' health care, their skills development, their livelihoods, their mobility, accessing government services. So wherever a common citizen, a common person finds some difficulty, some challenge, we should use technology to relieve that person or that set of persons of their problems.
Absolutely true, sir. And coming to one more important thing, that you're handling sports, we have seen that, sir, it's deeply rooted that, people do concentrate on academics, and especially in the higher education, sports are taking a backseat. So how are you taking strides in that area to make it as much as important as academics?
So in the new sports policy, which was unveiled by Honorable Chief Minister about 15 days ago, on 2nd August to be precise, we have again brought out certain concepts which are very new in the country. So for example, we have decided that all the sports programs that happen in the state, these will be managed and audited by an independent board altogether.
Okay.
I mean, the government will have no role in telling that, okay, I'm doing great things. Someone else has to verify and tell whether what you are doing is correct or not. The programs that are running or that are being designed, will they make a difference or not? So this is one very important feature. The second is, we are bringing more and more private sector to support in the sports development. The government is willing to hand over everything, budgets, infrastructure, but let some of the best private sector companies who have an interest in sports. Private sector is not any private company. There are some private companies who have shown already in other states, for instance, that they are serious about promoting sports. They don't mind spending money. And some of the former sports persons also, we have come across some of them who are very well-meaning. They have gained so much from sports. Now they want to give back without any vested interest. So, of course, there are some sports persons who have done well, but today, if they want to do something, there is always a commercial element and a very disproportionate commercial element attached to what they want to do. So we are keeping such people aside. But those who are serious, who are well-meaning, who have good intentions to give back, we want to engage them. So that is the second thing. And the third thing, which answers your question, is that we want to keep schools as the fulcrum of all this sports work. See, the sports program that we are designing and we are hoping to achieve in the coming few years is largely about, I would say, 80% targeted at very young children. In fact, our Chief Minister has given us a very good kind of an insight. What he has told is that there is a very strong likelihood that India will host the Olympics in 2036. And some events may happen in Hyderabad, it may not happen. Currently, the mood in the government of India, because of the leadership there, is that everything should happen in Ahmedabad. That's okay. I mean, Hyderabad deserves it more, but the government of India is pushing everything to Ahmedabad. Nothing can be done. But at least our wish is that many sports persons from Telangana should be in different Indian teams. India will be participating in many sports, many disciplines. Indian teams will be constituted. So many people from Telangana should be in those teams. And of course, if they win a medal, that's really a dream come true.
Yes, sir.
So if you look at 2036, people who have to participate in Indian team in 2036, they ideally must be in their early teens. They must be in their schools, 9th class, 8th class, 6th class. Because if you are focusing on someone who is 20 years old, 25 years old, in 2036, he'll be beyond his prime. So focus is on younger people. Now, where will these young people come from? Obviously, they'll come from schools. So that is what is going to be our focus. We are identifying 50 centers of excellence in different schools. And each center of excellence will focus on 3-4 games. And we are trying to attach the best possible coaching, best possible diet, but also help those children who are participating in sports with their academics also. See, eventually it should not happen that even though he is performing well in sports, their parents pressurize him that this is not going to work for you, come back to studies, and we lose the potential of a good sports person. So what we are planning is that the child who is getting into sports, first of all, his academic program will be made flexible. Suppose there are exams for everyone on, let us say, Monday, but he is going to play in some tournament on Monday. So he will be given exemption. His exam will happen later. He will be also given extra tuition, extra coaching, so that his academic performance does not go down. And it is a fact that sports career is limited. You may play for 10 years, 15 years, but thereafter you have to do something else. So if you have academic qualifications, you can always get into the regular world of work. So that is how we are focusing on that. School children are going to be the
Focal point.
important focal point for our future strategies.
Wonderful, sir. And so Telangana, especially Hyderabad, is turning into a holy grail for startups. So, but there is always, a limit, or you say, quite a distance between the tier 2 and tier 3 cities also. So, according to your expertise, how do you think the whole of Telangana can match up, sir?
See, it is like this. Startup success depends upon a number of factors, one of which includes very quality mentoring, then linkages with corporates, linkages with tech companies, understanding the dynamics. The reality today is that all these things are possible only in a big city. Now, if I tell that the best mentors are in some Mandal headquarter, in some remote Khammam or Adilabad, that is not going to happen. You may wish that it happens, but today the reality is not like that. So the model that we are doing is that we will have some small outposts of T-Hub, T-Works, V-Hub in 5 locations in the state, 5 regional kind of centers, from where we will scout potential youth, but eventually they will have to come to Hyderabad to kind of get better quality inputs and value added services, etc. So this ambition that let us identify tier 2 startups and all, it works till a point, but thereafter they will fall behind if they don't have access to the best possible network of resources, talent, skills, corporates, funding agencies, and so on and so forth.
True, sir. And sir, coming to the tourism aspect that you are very much passionate and interested in, so how can we see drastic changes coming in?
So wait for some time. In fact, wait till 27th September. That is the World Tourism Day. We are doing something very, very interesting. We are completely revamping the way tourism has been tried out in either the combined state of Andhra Pradesh or now the state of Telangana. We are coming out with a 5-pronged strategy, which will make Telangana one of the most visited destinations, but it is happening in a very different way.
Got it.
And we are announcing all that on the World Tourism Day, which is on 27 September. So maybe around that time, if you're interested, we can talk again.
Yes, sir.
I can share all these details.
We'd be very much interested because
Sure.
that is going to be, like you said, a changer.
Yes,
definitely.
yes. I'll be happy to discuss
Yes,
it
sir.
later.
Sir, you have also been a contributor in the World Economic Forum. So how is that going, and how was your experience, and how do you see that impacting your way of working?
See, World Economic Forum and other such global platforms. See, one big thing which happens. See, every time we go to World Economic Forum, we are very successful in attracting investments, signing MOUs. So all that is a very satisfying part. But in my opinion, the bigger takeaway that I get year after year after year, I've attended multiple Davos World Economic Forum events, but the biggest takeaway is that you learn so much. There is so much of perspective building. You understand what the global corporates, some of the Fortune 100 companies, Fortune 50 companies, what is their strategy, what are they expecting, what do they want from the government. We hear some of the other global leaders explaining what is their vision, what do they want to do. So just to understand all this kind of ideas, perspectives, good practices, one would have spent years altogether in researching, listening
Absolutely.
to YouTube videos. And there in just 3 days, you get so much of knowledge. And much of it has been implemented here. In fact, right now, I'm doing again something very, very important. Chief Minister has asked me to prepare a vision document for the state, which is called Telangana Rising. Telangana Rising Vision for 2047. And lots of things which I learned and understood and imbibed at these WF meetings, I'm trying to introduce here.
That's wonderful, sir. And as you see, sir, every fast growing state will definitely have some challenges in terms of, growth and all that. So how do you see Telangana overcoming them in the near future?
We have been very fortunate that we are having very mature leadership in the state. The current Chief Minister himself has so many plans for the state, and he's also very realistic in his approach. These plans are not kind of pipe dreams. It's not a wish list. He also takes a very practical and realistic view of what is happening, what is doable, what is difficult. But if there is some difficulty, how to conquer it, who has the ability to conquer it. See, the very decision of his to constitute this cell in his office, which is called Speed,
Yes.
that itself shows that he understands the usual bureaucratic way of working. Some of the ideas that he has cannot fit or cannot be supported by the usual bureaucratic way. Something out of the box, something very different has to be tried out. So he has created an institution who he has put people. He has reposed his faith on a person like me. So this itself shows that he wants action, but he wants it in a way in which all these difficulties are overcome.
Great, sir. So finally, what advice you would give the youth of Telangana and also India on, going forward and achieving something like you?
3 quick things which I can tell them. One is, and I really believe in it, that whatever you want to do, whether you are a rural person, urban person, you have studied, you have not studied, you have studied professional courses, whoever you are, whatever is your social background, whatever you aspire for, knowledge of technology is a must. I mean, if you don't know technology, you will be left behind. You will be badly left behind, not just left behind. I mean, you will have no future at all. And when I say knowledge of technology, it is not just a bookish kind of a knowledge. So, for example, artificial intelligence. If I read a Wikipedia page on artificial intelligence, that is not knowledge of technology. You must, but of course, I do not mean that you should know how to code, how to write programs, how to develop algorithms. I'm not going to that extent also. You must understand how can technology be used in whatever you are doing. And that requires little bit of experiencing it yourself. Just reading a book is not going to be enough. Whatever you are doing, unless you try out some technology solutions, you will not become familiar with technology. So this is a must. If you do not
True.
do, some of your viewers may think that I'm using a very harsh language,
Not
but they will really be left behind if you don't
Yes, sir.
understand technology. The second important message is that today the world is being driven by entrepreneurs. In fact, in olden days, everyone would like to get into a settled job, some salary, some profession, and things like that. But
Yes, sir.
this trend is changing rapidly. It is already there in big cities, in big engineering colleges, IITs, IIMs, but gradually it is going to become norm everywhere. So if younger people also have that inclination that they can do something, they can create a company, they should start as early as possible. Instead of just thinking and having that doubt, having that dilemma, it is just better to go ahead and start doing. And fortunately, in our state and also by the national government, there are lots of programs to support such people. So it's not that you will be doing something where you are helpless, no one is there to guide you. There are lots of institutions. The third thing, again, is something which I would really emphasize upon, that while we are fortunate, we got some education, we got some position, we are here today, but it's just a matter of chance. Had I been born in a different family or doing something else, I would have still been struggling. So since we have this blessing, we have this matter of good fortune working for us, we should try to be as helpful as possible to others. So it's not that you have to join an NGO and things like that. Whatever it is, in your neighborhood, if you see some young child coming from a poor family who is showing interest in studies, who is trying to do something, just spending time with him, telling him that yes, you can study well, you should read this, you should improve your language skills, you must understand technology. These are the 20 career options available for you. I'll be there to guide you and support you. Just making a difference to one family itself matters quite a lot. So do try to contribute, do try to become useful, do try to give back. And there is nothing more satisfying and joyful than in helping others.
True, sir. You are such a treasure trove of knowledge. Thank you so much for being with us today,
Thank you.
sir. Thank you, sir.